Welcome to the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. And here are your hosts, Michael and Andrew.
Hey, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. We're the fantasy football show that gives you a peek inside the life and times of our Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is my good friend, Andrew. And this week, on November 5th, we are trying something new. You might have heard a brand new intro to our show, and that's because the owner of the rights of the song that we used previously sold those rights to somebody else, and they have rescinded all use of that song. So we can no longer use that and have our content posted. So we're going to have to do some work on getting something new for you guys to enjoy. So every week going forward, we're going to be testing out some new, albeit creative content for our intro. We'd love to get your feedback. Let us know what you think. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay, I guess. And yourself?
Well, outside of doing some internet research to figure out this whole intro music BS, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that was a fun little rabbit hole having to dive down and learn about. You paid for the rights to a song to be able to use it for the intended purpose. But that person, John Prestone, sold the rights to all of his music catalog on the platform that I purchased it from. And that person is now like, yeah, anybody that's using it, sorry, all rights rescinded. You must rebuy it from us.
Store move.
Oh, it's like, okay, you know what? We'll figure it out on our own. We'll trudge ahead.
But we'll come up with something creative for you folks.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, right? We're exploring, we're stretching ourselves creatively. Heck, boys at home, ladies, if you're listening, if you want to do a submission to the show, by all means, I think that'd be kind of fun. See what people come up with. They want to share. They want to post. We're open to your ideas and suggestions as long as you give us the right to use it.
Yes.
That's the big deal. Okay, so we did have a rather interesting week of football. Some terrible injuries occurred, and the trade deadline came and went. Which do you want to talk about first? How do you want to order the priority of our discussion? Do you want to talk about
Let's do
the trades?
Trades, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to rattle them off, and then we'll circle back and kind of discuss. So nothing super, super amazing, and should that impact us in fantasy. The Seahawks traded for wide receiver Rashid Shaheed from the Saints, which I think is a good move to help with JSN. I don't know if it's really going to impact JSN, but I think it's a good move for them. The Colts traded for cornerback Sauce Gardner, sending 2 firsts and wide receiver Adonai Mitchell. Wow, a good move for them. That's a team that's going to go all in this year. The Jaguars traded for wide receiver Jacoby Myers. They've been plagued with injuries, which we'll get to in a minute. And then the Cowboys traded for defensive end Quinnen Williams from the Jets. Wow, weird, hey? You traded for a guy to replace a dude you traded away. Neat.
Kansas City do the same thing with that supposed speedster guy that didn't crack the starting lineup. He was just the kick return guy.
Michael Hardman?
Yeah. Traded him away, brought him back, traded him away. I think they brought him back a third time. And same thing with Edwards-Helaire. Traded him away, picked him back up to put him on the practice squad. And he backed up Kareem Hunt this last week.
Good for him. Made it back to the team that drafted you in the first round. At least he got that first round money.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the Seahawks getting Rashid Shaheed. I think that should help them. Cooper Kupp hasn't been super good. Unfortunately, it does hurt that rookie, Torrey Horton, who just had a breakout game. It's kind of sad because that is going to impact them, but it does make that team better as a whole.
I don't know that he's going to make all that much of an impact there. He's gonna flip flop between 3 and 4.
Oh, I bet you a solid can of beer, maybe not a solid, but like a good can of beer, that he'll be the wide receiver 2 in that league, in that team.
Do you think? I don't know long term if that's going to be the case. This week, yeah, sure.
No, long term. Like
Let me go back to Seattle. Let me go to Seattle here.
This is a guy who was the wide receiver 1 over Chris
know.
Olave
I know.
for the Saints.
I know, but you got Smith Najigba. That Torrey Horton guy is supposed to be coming up, and
He was, yep.
So I think it's going to be tough. And then you got Cooper Kupp there as well,
Who does nothing each and every week.
Well, I wonder. I don't know.
You wouldn't be making a trade for a guy.
I know. I know.
If you had what you thought you needed. And I like Rashid Shaheed. I think he's been great for the Saints. And I realize that they suck. So they needed to do something to make some changes.
Yes.
Hey, but I think as a wide receiver too, I think the guy can be good. I don't think he's going to be like your starter. I think he'll be just another flex play because he was big. He had big games and then no games. And
but I just worry. I just worry that the team is going to want to say, "Hey, we have this rookie that we went out and we drafted him for a reason. Are we going to feed him the ball before we give Shaheed the ball?" Right?
I think the answer is no. I think they would have done that already had they've had the opportunity. They've had 9 weeks of football to be able to do that. And they obviously felt that they didn't have that additional threat. JSN's been getting a ridiculous amount of targets.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see with it.
Yeah. I wish the best. And then the Jaguars got Jacoby Myers from Las Vegas. And I think that's more of a, hey, we just lost Travis Hunter to a knee injury on IR. We don't know how long that's going to be. Brian Thomas has now got a high ankle sprain. We're winning games. We're winning the division. We need to stay on top of this. And we don't have anybody else outside of maybe Parker Washington. So I think this is more of a depth piece. And he might be good for a period of time, at least until Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas come back.
Yes. I think he's sorry, I'm just looking at a trade request that came into me.
Okay. We're breaking news here, folks. Andrew has got a trade request. Let's find out what
it's not in this. It's not in this league. It's
Okay, it's not a poor man trade request. Okay, so we're narrowing down to one of 3 other leagues. It's either no fun, simple, or crazy.
Guy wants to give me Kelsey.
Travis Kelce's on the board
for a younger guy.
Who's the younger guy?
Tesla.
Isaac Tesla?
Yeah.
Boom, done. Trade made.
He tried. He tried earlier. Franklin for Kelsey. I'm like, no. Because Franklin, again, it's a rookie, and if Kelsey doesn't if Kelsey retires at the end of the year, that does me no good. So I said, no, I want a second and Kelsey for Franklin.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a big ask, man.
But if Kelsey retires, I got nothing out of the deal, and he's got a 1-year guy who's probably number 1 or number 2 on his team, wide receiver next year. So I want at least a number 2 to replace what I would be willing to give up.
I could see it maybe a number 2 just for the player. I'm gathering that you don't value Kelsey in a win now scenario, because that's why you would do a trade like that. You would say, I will send you Troy Franklin in exchange for Travis Kelsey to win now, to bolster my team now, because the lifespan of Travis Kelsey is very short. It might be till the end of this season and be done.
Correct. And that's the way I was looking at it, is Kelsey is not going to be a long-term. Now I got to drop a guy. Damn it, Carl. I'll do that later. Sorry.
It's okay.
Did
you do the trade?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow.
For Tesla, yeah.
Isaac Tesla. Now I'm going to go and see which league it was posted. No fun.
Yeah.
The one league I didn't get Isaac Tesla.
You can go offer up to Multibeast for him.
No, he's been trying to get Isaac Tesla for me in a couple other places. We're good. We're good. I don't need.
You know what? Multibeast is in our poor man league too. So
yeah,
he is drastically trying to get younger on every single one of his teams. He has sent me numerous trade offers this year for my rookies and first year players. And hey, you know what? Some of the stuff is good. Some of the stuff is,
Got a vision. He's got a
yeah.
vision. Like
Oh yeah.
he's goal oriented. He knows what he wants. He knows what he's going after.
He's looking long term, which is great. Some guys are like, hey, you know what? I'm going to sell the farm because I got to win this year. But I think what he's looking to do is, hey, if I can get a couple of stud running backs and a couple of stud wide receivers that are young, that are going to last for 4 or 5 years, I'll be in contention to win for 4 or 5 years, as opposed to just one right now. Which, hey, I get it. He might not win this year, but maybe the next
you're building
2,
right?
3, 4 years. Yes.
Yeah, you recognize where you were at, and you start developing your team to put you in a position where you want to be. Yeah. I'm going to tell you a quick little story. Donnie runs an Empire League called L effing Empire. And the idea is you have to win back-to-back to win.
Yes, I remember you talking about that one.
Okay, so you can win once, and then you get like a tiny little, like, you could essentially get your money back. And then everything goes into the pot. And we've been building this pot for years. No one's been able to win back-to-back. However, this year, Corey Bittner, our friend from long ago, he's currently 8-1 in that league, and he's last year's champion. So he's looking like he might be in a position to do this. And when you win the league blows up and everybody starts over again, right from ground zeros, square one. You start from scratch.
So your team gets demolished too.
Yes, everybody's team. We restart the league. Everything starts over again. Okay, so I'm also 8-1, and I took the approach that I'm not going to win. I need to live long enough that I can accumulate assets, wait for my year, which I think is this year, and then essentially go all in for the next 2 to 3 to 4 years to try and like get my back-to-back wins. So goal one is to stop Corey from winning this year and ending the league. Goal two is to then put myself into a position to win next year. Now, I had a conversation with Donnie regarding some of the finer details, because you don't really know exactly how things are going to play out until you get to that point. You can't manifest all of the scenarios that could come up along the way. But now that we're at what I'm going to call the finish line, I am end stage planning of what that could look like. If Corey does win this year, what happens if I sell this year's, next year's, maybe the next 5 years of assets? I sell all of my picks for the next 5 years to go all in to win the next 2 years. What happens?
If he wins, then you lose it all.
I lose everything, but I get all my picks back because the league resets.
Yes.
Right. So what did I give up? Well, I was like, well, that's a good scenario. What happens in that particular situation? So what we discussed, and what makes the most sense, is that if I were to sell all those picks, sell those futures, I still have to pay for those league entries for all of those years. That's a rule. So if I sell those, I have to pay for that year. Well, if the league resets, I essentially just threw my money away because the league reset and I have to pay again for those years. Because I now have to jump back.
No, that money should still stay in the pot that you've paid for those years.
No, because it goes into the pot that exists now. So if I pay for future years,
well, I guess because you guys have a growing pot.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pot.
Yeah.
So I'm essentially paying future years, which goes into the pot. So if Corey wins, he gets what I paid into that future pot, right?
Yeah.
And then we start off at ground zero again. And then if I want to pay for the next year, I actually have to pay again.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so that's the risk versus reward scenario. Because I'm thinking, if there's no risk, why wouldn't I just sell the next 7 years of my picks or whatever it is to try and like garner as many assets?
Here's the thing: if the pot's at like $10,000,
yeah, okay,
that's an easy, not an easy, but you're
more enticed.
Yes, to spend those picks and throw that $20 every year for 3 years. Hey, here's $60 to get 10 grand. Sure, but you're right. It is a big risk that you're banking you win back to back this year and next year.
That's the scenario we're in. So what I've done is I haven't taken the approach of selling future assets. I just sold next year's. So my 2026, I sold my first, second, and third because those are the only picks that we have. I sold Malik Neighbors. I sold essentially sold out to get Amon St. Brown, Daniel Jones, Rico Dowdle, and Joe Flacco.
Wow. Those two quarterbacks, I don't know.
I need to win
But
now, and I got hurt at QB,
do you
so
do you think they can go 2 years to get you 2 years worth of wins?
I have 2 starting quarterbacks.
Well, these are just backups?
These are my backups.
Okay.
Okay. But if I have bye week issues, I'm now thin. So I needed because
what if Joe Flacco retires at the end of the year? Then you're
then I got him for this year, right? Like I'm riding the hot hand because who did I lose? I lost Kyler Murray. So I lost Kyler Murray, and I've got Jordan Love. So I needed somebody. So I picked up Daniel Jones, Joe Flacco. I've also got Marcus Mariota and Russell Wilson. Those are and Kenny Pickett. So I needed that depth because the rest of my roster is still pretty solid, but my quarterbacks were weak. And then I wanted to try and get a wide receiver that I could help anchor that would carry me this year, next year. So I took some shots to try and get some big names, and the name I ended up getting, thank you very much, Donnie, was Amon St. Brown. I had to give a first and Malik Neighbors to get Amon St. Brown and Daniel Jones in return. Yeah, so that was like, I get it. When you have a strategy and you're focused on what it is, you're going to go after it. And so I commend Josh, which is what the start of this conversation is. I commend Josh for going out there. And this is something that, if you recall from years past, this is something that Marvin did.
Yes.
Marvin initiated a commitment and an all-out, I'm willing to risk it. And then we saw Donnie do it. And then I finally picked up on this, like, okay, if you're going to do it, you can't half-ass it. You need to actually commit to the strategy, whether you're going to sell for the future or you're going to buy to win now, and go all in on that action. And you saw it last year. I got 4 victories. Marvin is consistently strong in this league because of the moves that he's made and the base that he's built. And we saw Donnie go from bottom to the top. Right. So we know that when you commit to a strategy, it works long-term, short-term. You just need to commit to it and take the bumps that come with it. Anyways, that was my quick little tangent story. Let's get back to the topics here. Injuries. Yes. Here we go. We've got this.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
So we got Jags wide receiver Brian Thomas, who I mentioned earlier, with an ankle injury. I also mentioned Travis Hunter was placed on IR with a knee injury. Chargers running back Omarion Hampton isn't expected to return until the week 13 or later.
I have him in one of our leagues.
I have him in a league as well. It is sad, but
I didn't know about Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft apparently was placed on IR with a torn ACL, so he went out partway through the game over the weekend.
And didn't he have like 25 points?
No, I think he had like almost 10 on the week before he went out. And now Luke Musgrave is the next man up there.
Okay.
And then Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels. If you guys haven't seen it, don't. It's not a cool injury. He dislocated his arm at the elbow. He's on IR. He could be back by the playoffs. Who knows? And then Commanders wide receiver Luke McCaffrey was placed on IR with a broken collarbone. On his first kick return of the game, he breaks his collarbone. This kid has been an absolute dream for me in kick return leagues, particularly the guillotine league that I'm in. He has been a absolute blessing, and now I've lost him, so I had to spend up. And then, Kate, wild story there. Guys in that league, because we have 3 bench spots, somebody dropped Patrick Mahomes, and he's on bye week. I'm like, okay, cool. You dropped Patrick Mahomes. I'll put a bid on him. Let's see if I get him. Sure, I'm the only one who bid on him. I'm the only one who built on the number 1 quarterback in the league. So now he's sitting on my bench as waiting for the bye week to be over. And I'm thinking, you guys got to be kidding me. Nobody put a bid on him? Nobody.
That's just...
Oh, I did a little dance at work when I saw the waivers run through. I'm like, I got him. I can't believe I got him. It's like, yes.
That's... Man, if you end up winning the league, it'll be because of that.
Because of that. Yeah, it's because of that.
Because that team, like, yes, they lost to Buffalo, but Buffalo's... I'll give credit where credit is due. Buffalo is a good team. Even though I hate Buffalo, Josh Allen, I think he sucks poop.
Oh, that'd be a gross thing to suck.
The frozen poop in Buffalo. They should slam him through a table just because he steals the runs from Cook. However, saying that, Kansas City is starting to put their pieces together for their run again.
Yep.
They got all of their wide receivers seem to be good and healthy. You got Hunt, who seems to be hungry. So all they need is a back. It's too late because the trade deadline is already come and gone. But I would have liked to have seen them get a running back at the trade deadline, just to help out Hunt a little bit more.
Okay.
But we'll see. We will see.
Oh.
And on the Jaden Daniels, it was announced today that he's expected back. If they go deep into the playoffs, he'll be available like mid January. So if they would have to go deep into the playoffs for him to be able to come back and play. But they're expecting mid January.
Okay. So that's not bad. Like, so he could come back this season, which I think is great because that was a gross looking injury.
It was, and it wasn't. And I think the reason they're saying he could come back is because it was his non-throwing arm. Man, if that had been your throwing arm, he might have been just done. That did look ugly. That did look ugly.
It was, yeah. It was not a pretty choice.
And you never wish that on any player.
No.
Not even Josh Allen or goofball in Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, no.
You never want somebody to, because that could be a career-ending injury if, especially if it was a throwing arm. But we'll see.
Okay, let's get back to the rest of the show here. Next up on our list is the. Oops, I lost my window. There it goes. Is the Sleeper Report. All right.
Hopefully, don't lose the rights to that song.
Yeah, we might get dinged at some point, but I think because I voice over that one, maybe we'll be okay. And it's under the sample size limit, right? You get so many seconds, which is
that's
why
right. Yes.
Yeah, we're allowed so many seconds of content. All right. Best manager of the week goes to Donnie. Congratulations, Donnie. 84%. Even though you didn't get the win. We'll talk about that in a second. Worst manager of the week, that goes to Marvin. Marvin at 70%. Rough loss. Your bench went off, and your starting roster did not. So for that, we're going to give you. Where did you go? There we go. Narrowest victory comes down to myself and Donnie. It came down to a Monday night finish. I was behind. I needed things to really go my way, and they did. Thank you very much to the football fantasy gods, but not in the way that I was expecting. Donnie had players that essentially did nothing, that just pooped themselves. And I got a garbage time touchdown from Dak Prescott that just put me right in front of Donnie. And I won by 4.9 points. Garbage time, thank you very much. It was 117 to 112.
Congratulations.
Thanks. That was I really wanted that. Had I not got that win, we would have a 5-way tie for the last playoff spot. It would make Gabriel mentioned it in the group chat that the last playoff spot is going to be an interesting and fun battle, and I totally agree because we've got two guys sitting at the top that are doing very well, in Marvin and Juan. Then we've got Slick sitting right behind them, and then behind that are the rest of us,
except me.
And I'm for you.
The gap just keeps getting further and further.
Wait, hold that thought. Wait till we talk about the matchups this week. And I'll lay out some scenarios for you, okay? Hold that thought. But so this week's highest scorer, Josh, again, back-to-back weeks, 147-86. He thought he was on the downward, and here he is. Back to back. Well done, Josh. Now that does lead me to this week's lowest score and poor man of the week. Unfortunately, his second appearance in this position goes to our friend Chervin with 72.34. And with that, I give you the sploosh. Gurgle, 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 gurgle.
The only guy I would have beat this week.
The only guy you would have beat, but you didn't face him. All right, so here's who you did face. Donnie and I matched up. I took the win. I got a point. Josh got a point. Slick versus Bryce. Slick did come out on top, although I did bet on Bryce. So Yoda Clown and Josh, you got points for that. Marvin versus Juan. We all picked Marvin, but Juan came through victorious. Yoda Clown versus Gabriel. We all picked Gabriel. We all get a point there. Chervin versus Josh. We all picked Josh. Josh did come out on top. I went 3-2. You went 3-2. Josh still in the lead, going 4-1 with a record of 32-13. Congratulations, Josh. Yeah.
We've fallen 3 games back.
Yeah, well, you have. I'm further. I'm 26-19. I'm just happy I'm above 500 still. Now we're going to get into this week's matchups. So Josh, hot streak, me getting by the skin of my teeth. We're facing off. It's going to be an interesting battle. Let me just go and bring it up here. That's the wrong league. Let me do this again. League. There we go. Me and Josh. All right. So this week with Dak Prescott on bye, which I might have missed earlier in the show, folks. Let me rewind here. The teams on bye this week are Cincinnati, Dallas, Kansas City, and Tennessee. So I'm rocking Jared Goff, the Gofffather, as my start of the week. Playing against Washington. I hope they get a big rebound win here. Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, Cortland Sutton going into Las Vegas in a division rival. Michael Pittman going into Atlanta. Trey McBride. Stephon Diggs, who finally getting some consistency here. Got touchdown last week and the week before, like that. I still got to flex Tyler Warren in my flex spot because I'm a little thin on players here. And then I've got Deebo Samuel, who's finally healthy, going in against Detroit. My bench, I could go David Montgomery, which I'm really considering for a spot start this week, possibly over Tyler Warren. And A.J. Brown. Still no word on A.J. Brown. He wasn't traded, but he wasn't healthy. So I don't really know what's going on there. But those are the guys that I'm looking at. Sam Laporta, break glass in case of emergency, kind of a start, but those are my dudes. So I'm sitting at 5-4, going up against a contender here for that last playoff spot. And Josh, he's 4-5. Tell the world what he's bringing.
May from New England. So if he does well, your Diggs should do well.
I'm hoping.
RJ Harvey, Tyrone Tracy, Drake London, Zay Flowers, Dalton Kincaid, who's starting to heat up a bit again. Josh Downs, Swift, but I think Swift is, correct me if I'm wrong, but Swift is questionable, but 4 though.
He was out last week, but I think a groin injury.
He's saying he'll play this week.
Yeah, I think he might.
Yeah, it
come
was a
back.
groin. It was a groin, but he's saying I'll play this week. And then Njoku. So both of you have a tight end in your flex spots.
Kind of that's where we're at. Excuse me.
What's he got for? Oh my gosh, he's got a buy. He's like the Backstreet Boys. Buy.
Oh, that's so lame.
He's got nobody. He has got nobody. Isaiah Davis, but that's only 6 points. The other guy's got more. Hunter Henry, but the other guy's got more. Like Joko is expected to do better. He's got his best team. That's wow. And you're rocking 131 to 90, 99. Is that what that says? Yeah, 99. Yeah, I unfortunately have to go with the richest of the poor, as he puts himself.
Yeah, that's my league name. I think it's fantastic. Richest of the poor. We're a poor man league, but I'm the richest of the poor because I'm the champion. Okay, so you and me, we're picking me. Got it. I like that. Next matchup we got is Slick versus Marvin, which is a great matchup because both of these guys have been having great years. Even though it doesn't
Slick
look,
hasn't set up his lineup yet.
yeah, but let's see what he's got. He's got Jordan Love, Kyron Williams, Jalen Warren. He's got Rashi Rice and CeeDee Lamb that are on bye, so we'll find him some swap outs here. He's got Colson Loveland, who's finally making some things happen.
Yes, after I think it's kind of cool. Friggin' trade him away, he starts getting balls.
Yeah. Okay. Then he's got Lad McConkey, hit or miss, Travis Etienne, and then Kareem Hunt. Okay, so 3 guys that are on bye that he's got to swap out. So Quinshawn Judkins.
Yes, most definitely.
Is he good? He's healthy? All right, so he's getting in. He's not on the injury report, so he's back.
Devin Singletary should get about 8.5. Chris Olave. Keenan Allen.
Parker Washington now as a possible
yeah.
Oh, but it's Houston. Houston's a really good defense.
But you've got Goddard.
He could go Dallas Goddard.
Yeah, he's got lots of stuff. He's got lots of
options.
Stuff. So to look but Stroud is out. So who's his quarterback? He's got
Davis Mills.
He does not have a quarterback this week.
He does. He's got Jordan Love against Philly.
Oh, sorry. I was looking when I looked at Stroud. I thought that was his starter. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So does he got? There's 12, 24, 25, 35, roughly 35 points. So 112 brings it closer. Ice is rocking Mariota, J.K. Dobbins, Taylor, St. Brown, Jefferson, Andrews, Odunez, Jacobs, and Metcalf. And what does he have? Stevenson, but he's questionable. Darius Slayton, Tucker. Garrett Wilson. Yeah. Do you gamble with Wilson? Or what's his knee? Officially limited Wednesday. I would keep an eye on him if he starts. Swap him in, but yeah, I'm thinking Marvin is just a little bit too powerful.
This would be a big win for Slick if he could get this.
It would be. But even adding in the 35 points, that only puts him at about 112 to 128. And even if Marvin swapped in Garrett Wilson for...
If Wilson's healthy.
Yeah, if Wilson's healthy, that just adds more points. Like if you took out Metcalf and put in Wilson, there's an extra 7 points. So I think I gotta go Marvin this week. I think it's just a little bit too much power, but Slick is gonna narrow the gap. I think it's gonna be a little bit closer.
I think he close the gap this week. It's gonna be a close one.
Yep.
All right. Next matchup we got Donnie versus you. So here's what Donnie's bringing: Matt Stafford, Breece Hall, Bijan Robinson, Puka Nacua, Troy Franklin, Mason Taylor, Nico Collins, not so great without then Demario Douglas, and then Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, he's got to swap him out somewhere. You got Say Knight. You've got Brian Thomas.
No, he's injured. He's probably not going to play this week with a high ankle sprain.
Even Evan Ingram, if you're absolutely... But maybe he knows something about Higbee that we don't know.
I think it's just a dream play.
But for myself, I had to throw in JJ McCarthy because he's my only quarterback. Genty, I need him to have a 30-point game. Mason, I still have to play him, even though he's a backup. McMillan, Wendell Robinson. I swapped over to Kate Otten just for gut feeling because I think he's going to have a better game. I'm putting in Zakaris because he seems to have been getting more targets lately. Christian Watson, I'm hoping, is finally back. And then I got Calvin Austin.
Does Christian Watson have a designation at all?
No, not anymore. He's now. This will be his third game back, and that's why I've put him in.
Yeah.
Because now he should get a little bit more consistent. Coleman just is not consistent enough for me, and that's really the only other guy. I took out Schultz because he is questionable, but yeah, I think Kate Otten is in line to have a bigger game for New England against New England. Sorry. The only thing that I think that's going to save my butt is Genty going off, McMillan going off, and Nakua not quite ready yet, and Nico not having a solid quarterback to him. But I have to go Donnie, unfortunately. I hate to say that every damn week picking my opponent, but
you got to pick your wins where you can get them. Oh. Yeah, I got to go Donnie too.
Go ahead and pick me.
No.
Maybe I'll get the win. Maybe there'll be the upset. It'll help you.
Matchup number 4. Actually, I think it'd be great because if you win this matchup, you go 3-8. Donnie's sitting at 3-8 with you.
Yeah. Okay. But he would still be ahead of me because where is he here? He's 975 to my 828. I have to beat him by 100 points.
Okay. But it does put it closer.
It does. All right. Does. Now, I need Chervin to lose too.
We'll get to that one. Matchup number 4, he's got Gabriel, little baby sheep man, facing off against Juan, the Goliath killer. Juan's sitting at 7-2. Gabriel's sitting at 4-5. Gabriel's bringing Lamar Jackson, Woody Marks, Kamani Vidal, Jackson Smith the Jigba, your favorite loser, Emeka Ibuka. Oh, yeah, Emeka Ibuka's back. Okay.
Yes.
Brock Bowers, Quentin Johnson, Marvin Harrison, and then Kenneth Walker. Ooh.
It's a lot of Seattle.
You know what? He could go Romeo Dobbs. Romeo Dobbs is getting he's on the field a lot.
Yes. Crosby Merritt is starting to get more touches.
He's got a
Nick Chubb. Both of them kind of hurt.
Okay. Well, I see this. Now, what is Juan bringing to the table?
Yeah, he has got Danny Dimes. I know your favorite guy from that you just picked up. Dowdle. Is he going to play? Panthers are counting on him. It's quadricep, so that could be tough. That could be tough. That's a hard one if you're Derrick Henry, which up and down. King Henry has not always produced. Waddle going against Buffalo. Ooh, I don't like that matchup. Shakir, he's got Kelsey sitting there, so he hasn't updated his thing yet. Jacoby Myers, Devonta Adams, and he's got Ferguson again, so he hasn't updated. So he needs a tight end and a flex. Let's see. Why wouldn't you play Hurts over Danny Dimes? Not sure. Or even Bo Nix over Danny Dimes. Okay.
Danny Dimes is having a good season.
Rashid White. If Bucky Irving might be back this week, he went from IR to questionable. So Bucky might be back, which might hurt White.
They must have opened up his 21-day window then.
Yes, because I have him in a league and I had to take him off the IR.
Okay. Alec Pierce.
Yes, he's also
with
got
Danny Dimes.
Who else was I just seeing here?
He's Pat Fryermuth is his only like starting tight end.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to throw him in, but then who else would he throw in there for his other flex? I guess Pierce. So that's another 15 points or no, 12 points to add on to his total. That puts him up at 111 to 122. But if he swaps out for Hurts as opposed to Jones against Atlanta, Hurts versus Green Bay. Yeah, that's what I would be doing, but it's not my team. I'm going to go Juan.
Okay.
Juan's going
Gabriel.
to go back and he's going to
make some adjustments. I think Gabriel's got it this week. I think Gabriel's got a good roster, solid. I think the matchups are also going to play in his favor. I think he has a good shot at winning this week.
It's going to be this might be the tight game of the closest game of the week.
No, it very well could be. Now, this last matchup, which is extremely important for you, Chervin is on a downward spiral, and he hasn't set his roster yet, so bear with me, folks. He's got Tua as his starter quarterback. Tony Pollard is on the bye, so he needs a running back. He's got Blake Corum as the other guy who's the backup. Not good. Alec Manor, wide receiver, on bye. So that's a running back and wide receiver who got to replace. Juwan Jennings as a wide receiver. Tucker Kraft, who's now on IR, so he needs a tight end. Okay, so he's got Gadsden. He can put Gadsden in as his tight end. And then Malik Washington from Miami. Ooh. He'd probably play Baker Mayfield over Tua. That I would.
Yeah, so would I.
Saquon Barkley, I imagine. Is Saquon healthy? He was dealing with not a serious groin injury. Oh, that's neat. Weird wording. Why would you call it a not serious groin injury?
Somebody kicked him in the balls.
He's got Bucky Irving.
I got Captain Kirk.
Still not practicing. DJ Moore for Chicago. That's probably where he's going to have to go.
Yeah.
So there's your tight end. There's your flex, and there's your...
But that's not enough. That's not going to be enough.
Against Bryce?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Because he's got all about it. He's got that guy that needs to be table slammed. Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Jones, HN, Addison, Smith, Kittle, Henderson, Charbonnet, and Cook. Cook did go down last week. Not practicing Wednesday. He could be a game time decision. So that'll be one to keep an eye on.
James Cook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then who else does he got? DeMarcado.
Amari DeMarcado. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Kenneth Gainwell, maybe. Yeah, he's got a bunch of guys on bye too. Who's his tight end? Kittle.
George Kittle.
Yeah, I wouldn't go Hawkinson over Kittle. So, yeah, I think he's probably got pretty close to his best team. Just keep an eye on Aaron Jones and Josh Cook. There might be game time decisions, and you may have to pivot right at the very end. But I don't think Chervin doesn't have enough gas in the tank with his team to make up 60 points, 70 points, 60 points.
Okay. So you could be getting, if you get the surprise upset victory over Donnie, you could be putting both Donnie and Chervin into your crosshairs.
Yes. And I'd still be behind because of the points, but it would be a lot closer. I just got to go up against Donnie and Chervin again, even though Donnie beat me last week, didn't he?
He placed me last week.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep on moving on with this week's bet.
The best part.
Place your bets now! Come on! Quick! Bet Bits.
All right, Andrew, you are currently on a massive win streak. You won last week's bet. Congratulations, and not
Thank you.
by a little, by like a lot. You're 7-2, which means I got to pick this week's bet. And just to let you guys know how it finished last week, I had 117. Andrew had 185. Yeah, picking winners, anchored by Caleb Williams.
Yes, with 43 points.
Yeah, with 43 points. Just
Well, even Dowdle,
for you.
right? 27 points.
yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, Justin Herbert 32. Yeah, that's pretty good. I had Stafford at least at 34,
Yes.
and then then everything else just mediocre numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But guys like Jordan Love, who would have expected him to only get 10 points?
Not this guy. Shavonte Williams and Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had.
On any other week, it would have been a heck of a lot closer.
Yeah, that's the joy of football. It's not always the same thing week in and week out. And with that, I got to come up with this week's bet. So what I'm doing is I'm calling it the longest yards. We're going to pick 5 players: a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, and a flex, which will be a running back, wide receiver, or tight end. And you're looking for total scrimmage yards. So I call it I've called it all-purpose yards, which will include passing yards, receiving yards, rushing yards, and special teams yards. And I just threw that in there, not because not a lot of guys get, like Deebo Samuel might be a good selection because he does get the occasional punt return or kick return. But guys that would normally get the most yards at their position don't usually do special teams, but I'm lumping it in there. Okay. So quarterbacks that run, that pass, that end up with most yards, those are the guys that have really good scores. And then same thing with running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends, blah, blah, blah. So I'll pick, you pick, I pick, you pick. We just go back and forth till we fill our rosters.
We're okay. Okay.
So you're not beholden to any position. You can pick any position that you want. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do some review.
Really? So your quarterback, all-purpose yards. So it's kind of going head-to-head, all-purpose yards of. So you pick Bo Nix and I pick Drake May. If I get 400 yards rushing and passing, and you get 405, so you get that point, I guess.
No, it's total points at the end of it. So my total team yards, whoever has the longest yards, the most yards at the end, cumulative. All your positions add up together.
Okay.
Right. So if I get 400 all-purpose yards from Bo Nix, and you get 405 all-purpose yards from Drake May, then I have 400, you have 405, and then whoever our next players are,
our running back.
Our running back, and we add that up, and whoever has the most yards. And what we're concluding is that if my running back decides to throw the Philly special, well, those passing yards count for him.
Okay.
Because that'll be part of his all-purpose yards. So if he passes yards, if he runs, if he receives, and if he does like a punt return or kick return, all of those yards will add into the total at the end. So we could be sitting upwards in the thousands, close to like 800 to 1,000 is kind of what I'm projecting. We could be in at the end of this.
Yeah. I'm pushing for 2,000 yards.
You're going to shoot for 2,000?
A 2,000 yard season.
Single matchup, 2,000 yards. Okay. Yeah, that's not a crazy number at all.
Oh, geez. Eric Dickerson, get me my 2,000 yards. Okay. So you go first. What position are you taking? And
I'm really torn here because I either want to go quarterback or go wide receiver to get. Go ahead.
Can I throw a wrinkle in? We should go Wheel of Death and the position.
And then we're both stuck with having to pick for that position because then I pick, then you pick.
No, because
no.
We get 2 Wheels of Death with the positions on it. You spin it. If you get your quarterback, you get your quarterback. When I spin, I get running back. I have to pick my running back. They come off the boards, and then, or we can just do it. Let's just do it the way you did it. We'll do it the way you did it. Sorry, it's your bet, not mine.
Yeah. I'm torn here. I am torn between going wide receiver first or quarterback first, because there's a couple names at each of these positions, and I'm trying to think of like who's going to have the better matchup, so they actually have a chance of putting up said points. Because if you go into a matchup and the wide receiver or they're just running the ball because they can, because they're doing so good with it. Yeah. 2-2-2. Where is that quarterback? Where's his matchup? Is he on bye this week? No, he's not on bye this week. Where is he? Oh, there we go. Ooh. I don't like that matchup.
Green Bay? You don't like Green Bay?
That's not the matchup I was looking at. It's not the matchup I was looking at.
Oh, you don't like Dak Prescott then? Or you don't like
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not my
No. Okay, sorry. So I pivoted to another, but he must be on bye.
Dak Prescott is on bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is Joe. So is Patrick Mahomes and Cam Ward, which no one's ever going to pick. You know what? I think I'm going to go with. I'm just going to make sure this guy's actually healthy this week, because you don't want to pick a guy and then find out. Oh, hey, this dude is. Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm going to go Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm going to go JSN. I'm going to take my wide receiver. I'm going to go JSN. And I'm going to make it your selection, sir.
Okay. That's what, 26? Hey. Sorry, just give me.
All right. Well.
No, I'm back. I'm back. I thought I had to go.
I know. You don't want to go yell at your dog.
Yeah. I'm going to go. Damn it. Oh, this is so tough.
Yeah, it is. Like you want yards. And you're like,
Yes.
but this guy's going against this defense, and I don't know if he's going to get those yards. So going to make a pivot.
Yes. And I'm going to go. This is going to sound really weird, but I'm banking on the passing yards. I'm going Justin Herbert.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, he was my number one, actually.
Even though Josh Allen could get a ton, but especially if Cook is hurt. Yeah, but I'm going to go Herbert. You're going CMC?
Okay,
nice pick.
You go Justin Herbert. I'm going to go CMC. I want those running yards and those passing yards. I want him to do both. Get me those. I was thinking Dowdle or Cook, but we saw them both on the injured list as missing practice and questionable. So I was like, I'll go CMC.
Oh, he's on a bye. Fudge. Banking on Atlanta's defense sucking. So for my tight end, I'm taking Tyler Warren. I would have taken Kelsey, but because Kelsey's hasn't been getting touchdowns this year, but he's been getting tons of yards.
Okay.
But he's on bye.
Well, then so. I think what I'm going to do next then is
you're going to steal a flex guy that's going to piss me off. I know it.
Yeah, probably. That's exactly where I'm going. So I know what my quarterback is. I know who my tight end is. I know what my running back is. I'm just down to the wire here of who do I want as my dude. It's going to be one of two dudes. Do I pick the number 5 wide receiver or the number 4 wide receiver? Well, the funny part is the number 5 wide receiver only plays 50% of the snaps and still gets roughly 100 yards a game. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
But you know what? I'll leave him out there for you. I'm going to go Amon St. Brown and pick my dude.
Okay. Good.
Amon St. Brown.
He's on bye. Well, he's rocking already almost 1,100 yards receiving and rushing.
Wow. Who are we talking about?
I will be taking for a running back, Mr. Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, that's a good one. Mr. J. Taylor. Yeah. Okay, now that we both have our running back selected, my list was CMC, Taylor, Dowdle, Cook, in that order.
My worry, though, Cook is hurt because I was going to grab him.
Yeah.
Dowdle, why did I skip over Dowdle? Where was he here?
Because they said they're counting on him this week,
yeah,
but
he's still questionable.
Injured with the quad, yeah.
And I looked at Barkley, and again, questionable. So those 3 guys, Cook, Dowdle, and Barkley, would have been very close. And okay. You know what? I may be going out on a limb for my flex, but
okay. Well, it's my selection. I'm going to go Brock Bowers.
Nice.
With 127 yards coming back from the injury and Jacoby Myers leaving. I think this is a guy who's probably going to get a lot of work.
Smith-Njigba is gone. Pickens is on bye. Chase on bye. St. Brown gone.
Yep. It leaves you with one big
Puka,
nuke of an offer.
See, Nuke. I don't know. Pittman, I don't know. They're both questionable. Let me do this. Sort by this, because that changes things a little bit. I got a bank on Brown still being hurt, and I'll go Smith.
Devonta Smith.
Yes.
Okay. And then for my last selection, I'm going to pick another old favorite. I'm sitting here looking at what the possibilities are. Ideally, I'd love to get like the Josh Allen, which I'm going to go look at now that I bring it up. Josh Allen. He gets not a lot of passing yards. Do you know that?
Who?
He's the
Sorry?
number 4. Josh Allen. He doesn't
Correct.
get a lot of passing.
No, he doesn't.
And his rushing yards are minimal, so he barely breaks the 300 mark.
Yeah, and I worry
like-
if Cook plays,
Mm-hmm.
they'll run him. If Cook doesn't play, then it'll have to be Allen. So if you're going to put all your eggs in the Josh Allen bucket, you better pray to God Cook is hurt for the week. And it's
So
the
then
same thing in Philadelphia. You get Hurts. If Saquon can't go, then Hurts is going to run all over the damn place.
But he also doesn't do a lot of passing. So
Correct. You're both those guys are their passing yards will hurt you. That's why I went Herbert, because Herbert had way more passing yards, and
he runs.
And he runs once in a while.
Yeah, he's actually my number one. He was my one. That's who I wanted.
Bo Nix, Bo Nix or Penix maybe.
I wonder if so here's my backup. Here's who I'm tossing between as of right now. Okay, Lamar is out there still.
Yes, but with that hamstring might slow him down.
Yeah, but he hasn't been over 300 yards rushing and passing
in a long time.
Okay, yeah. So now I'm looking at Daniel Jones or Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is averaging over 250 yards a game.
Yeah, because he passes more than he runs. Yeah,
he passes more. Yeah,
and Goff might almost be a guy too. Tons of passing yards.
You know what? I'll go look.
Sorry. I shouldn't be influencing.
That's okay. No, but that's part of the discussion.
Why don't you pick?
Yeah, he's low 200. He's around 200 yards a game. Whereas like Stafford's sitting at 250. Daniel Jones is also sitting around the 250 mark. I'm like, this is kind of wild.
I think Andy Dalton would be great for you.
He's not actually going to start. Like looking at Baker Mayfield's out there.
Yeah.
Baker,
the touchdown maker.
Oh, he's not having the year like he was the year before.
They're not having a stellar year. They're still winning, but the team itself isn't balling out.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go Matthew Stafford. I'm going to pick another old favorite, and I'm going to think that him facing off against division rival San Francisco, these guys are going to go down to the wire on who's going to win this matchup. So there's my roster. Stafford, CMC, JSM, Brock Bowers, Amon St. Brown. You need a flex to round out Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, Devonta Smith, and Tyler Warren. Who is your flex play?
This guy has 1,050. 1,050. I'm getting a little bit close. Anywhere close? No. And this guy better not shit the bed this week. Mr. Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. Okay, who's he playing this week?
They're playing Indy.
Ooh. Well, they got Sauce Gardner. That's secondary, not okay.
So, I mean, he's got 600 yards rushing and almost 500 yards receiving. So,
okay,
I'm banking on a ton of yards here.
Okay, so you're Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, Devonta Smith, Tyler Warren, Bijan Robinson versus my Matt Stafford, CMC, JSM, Brock Bowers, and Amon St. Brown.
I think this is going to be close.
Yeah, let the most yards win.
I'm going to say between our teams, someone's winning with 1,400. Someone's going to get about 1,250 to 13.
Do you think we're both going over 1,000?
Yeah.
Okay,
because
so
if you think about your
quarterback
quarterback could get you 300 to 400.
All right, let's just say 300. I think that's a pretty big number. Stafford gets me 300. CMC gets me 100. JSN gets me 100. Brock Bowers gets me 100. So I'm 3, 4, 5, 600 with 4 players. Amon St. Brown gets me 100. I'm now at 700 points. And that's with everybody doing at least 100, and my quarterback getting me 3. I don't know how we break 1,000 unless somebody goes like freaking bananas. 800 to 1,000 would be the top end if everyone has like elite weeks.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Because I'm thinking 300 to 400 for the quarterbacks. Running backs 150 to 200. Your wide receivers could get you 150. Your tight ends are going to get you about 100, and your flex could get you about 150. So about 1,000. Yeah, you're right. I was overestimating. I was getting all excited thinking my guys are going to get 300 each.
That's why you keep winning every week. It's because you keep thinking like, hey, man, I'm living up here. Mike, you're living down here.
No.
You're way down here, Mike. You're thinking small. I'm thinking big.
No, I'm not getting all cocky. And then when you beat me, it's like, see, I told you, you loser.
It's not how it's going to work. Okay. Here we are. We made it to the end of the show. Thank you very much for sticking around with us, folks. It's been fun. Hopefully you enjoyed our discussions as much as we enjoyed having them. We appreciate you being around and coming back week after week. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen, this week in whatever matchups you're facing. Let us know about our intro. We'd love to get some feedback on that, your input. Hey, even if you got a hot take you want to provide us with,
or if you are a musician,
give us something. We are poor and broke. So we will pay you with high fives and affections from afar, which is on par.
Yes. For a struggling musician.
Right. For a struggling musician. All right, folks. Thank you for having us or coming out with us tonight. That's it for this week. Come back next week as we wrap this thing up one more time. From one poor man to another. If it's not fun, it's not worth doing. Good night, everybody.
Great week, everybody.